Hello friends, my name is ShilpaKakkar. I am from M.B.Patel English Medium Secondary and Higher Secondary School. Today I have come with History of Standard 12th. Lesson number 10. The name of the chapter is The Process and Progress of Strong Nation Building. In the previous chapters, we learnt about the British, advent of British, Portuguese, Dutch, Holland, and how the British conquered India, how they have ruled, for how many years they have ruled, and in 1947, when they left India, they left the divided India. It was the challenge for the Indians. They did not have any concrete plan with them, because at that time when they did not they did not have the idea that there would be partition, and as they had accepted the partition, they had divided India into two, Pakistan and India. As Hindustan and Pakistan was divided, there was a lot of instability in India, and there was a dire need to meet all the problems, because at that time India's economic condition was not at all good. As you all know, that British had ruined Indian economy and they have made themselves very strong. As India did not have concrete planning, did not have its own constitution at that time, did not have economic support from anywhere, but still India had mind. India had the people who had the far-sightedness, those who had the knowledge of from the rags they have reached. They wanted to take India to the peak, and thus India did it. The model of economic development was actually the mind of Indians. Students, you all know that without money, without finance, nothing is possible. But we Indian did it. You all know that planning is very important for economic and the other all-round development of the nation. India had observed that the notable development in the direction took place during the British period only. Sri Om Vishweshwarya, who was the first Indian to conceive the idea of economic planning, he had conceived this idea in his book Planned Economy for India. He had that far-sightedness. He wanted to take the nation towards the path of progress, and he took it. Almost at the same time, National Congress of India also framed planning committee under the chairmanship of Pandit Nehru. There were different 29 subcommittees appointed, and the well-known economist Professor K.T. Shah was appointed as its chairman. However, due to the economic instability and political upheavals at the national and the international level, because of the Second World War, and because of the revolutionary activities going in India, the committee could not conduct its activities as per the planning, and consequently there was a slight delay in presenting the report. During this time, many other plans were proposed for the country's economic development, such as Mumbai Plan, Janta Plan, Gandhian Plan, post-war reconstruction plan. Before independence, under the leadership of Nehru, who was leading the interim government, an advisory planning board was appointed under the chairmanship of Sri K.C. Niyogi. The report is submitted within the limited time period by the committee and recommended an appointment of a planning commission on a permanent basis. However, due to the post-independence problem and issues, no such step was taken in this direction. But government took up this matter and planning commission which can fulfill the constitutional aims and ideals was established in 1950. In the due course, various plans were designed so as to have the organized and systematic economic development in India. Again, students, let me remind you that India was penniless at that time. It did not have any concrete financial support. It was without money which they were doing all the planning, because British ruined India, and after ruining only they left India. So the number of members in the planning commission was decided, and it was constituted by expert economists, administrative experts, eminent scholars from different fields, those who can give their contribution of their knowledge to construct a very strong nation. So it was decided that all these experts, all these scholars from different fields will give their best for the strong nation building. Under the chairmanship of Prime Minister, and the deputy chairman was the Minister of the Planning, who was the link between the government and the member of commission. This planning commission came into existence. The economic planning of India has both long as well as short-term planning as its objectives. The long-term planning aims at making gradual important changes in the economy. On the other hand, short-term planning aims at economic development by attaining the objectives within a stipulated time limit. This thing we have to keep in mind, that the short term means 5-year plans. All 5-year plans were again divided into yearly plans in order to see the progress, what things they have achieved during 1 year, whether they'll be able to meet their target in 5 years or not. Long term planning were 25 years long term planning, that after 25 years what would be the scenario. So this farsightedness is very much important, and these people laid the foundation very strong. The main objectives of economic planning in India are as follows. Economic development at increasing rate. You know that first and the foremost thing which they have to look forward is to lead the country to a quick and continuous progress in order to improve people's standard of living and to improve overall quality of life. Second thing, decrease in economic inequality. This is very important. We all talk about it, but you know it is very difficult to attain. To decrease the inequality of income and property between rich and poor. To attain full employment. The harness maximum potential of Indian citizens to decrease unemployment and to create new avenues to achieve absolute employment objective. It is very difficult because at that time People were unskilled, people were not much educated. It was very difficult for give them full employment, and that is why self employment was given more importance. They wanted to make India independent. Independence, that is self reliant. To be self reliant in the aspect of such as commodities, machines, tools, and technical knowledge. Actually, the Planning Commission uh, aimed at making the things at home, make in India, so that we do not have to spend much money, and we do not have to spend much money in importing the machines which are there in other countries, which were made in other countries. So they wanted India to be self reliant in commodities also. That is why they gave more importance to the agriculture, to the primary activities, so that in the India became self sufficient, at least in the food production, on the basic things which can help them to raise their economy. Then they aimed at stability of rates. To implement such financial and state treasury related policies that can lead to stability in rates and development. See, if the stability of rates would be there, there would not be fluctuation all the time. Then they can earn and they stabilize the economy also. The last aim was to develop the educational field. So, in order to bring about absolute change in the country through the spread of education and social reformation. Education, it's a weapon. It can change the world. And that was the most important thing, because Indians did not give that much of importance to education, and British had disrupted the education system in India. Then also, in order to face these challenges, in order to come up, they had made best economic policies, best educational policies, and made the best of their for their country, so that they can make the progress fast. From the rags to the riches, they had to take their country, and for that they have started implementing the 5-year plans. You all know that 5-year plans are the most important plans, with the objective to develop, to progress, and to enhance the economy. So students, here I end with this session. In the next session we'll continue with the 5-year plans. Till that time, read the chapter, understand it in a better way. The objectives of the economic planning is the most important thing. You should know it by heart, these objectives of economic planning. Till then, thank you.